Hello and welcome to the Pittsburgh Views YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be installing an AFE Magnum Force cold air intake on a 2018 F150 with a 3.5 liter Ecoboost engine. Check it out. Alright, the first thing we're going to do is make sure we have the correct part number for the vehicle. This one says it fits. Let's check out this factory airbox. Next, you want to open the box and make sure all the parts are present before you start removing the old airbox. We got both air filters and the bracket. We have both pipes and the elbows. We have the gaskets. And of course we have the license plate frame. Alright, let's start taking it apart. These are the tools you're going to need. A 1/4 inch ratchet with a 1/4 inch socket, a 7mm socket, and an 8mm socket, and a small screwdriver or pick. If you have an electric impact, you'll save yourself a lot of time. Next, we're going to remove the factory intake. First, we're going to release the clips from the airbox, and then we're going to loosen the 2 hose clamps on the intake tubes. Also, we're going to unplug the air intake temperature sensor, which is housed in the intake tube. Once the clamps are loosened and the sensors unplugged, we can remove the factory airbox from the vehicle. Next, we're going to start assembling the new intake. We're going to put the air filters into the new housing and install the gasket around the edges. This fits right in where the factory airbox used to be, and it uses the same clips. It doesn't fit super snug, but it's secure. Next, we're going to assemble the air intake tubes on the bench. The bell elbow goes on the front tube with the AFE logo facing outward. And we're going to install the crossover tube. This is where you need the 1/4 inch drive socket. And you can install the other elbow on the other pipe with the AFE logo facing you. I try to keep the clamps looking uniform with the screws all facing the same direction. Now we can install the tubes onto the vehicle. This takes a little bit of doing, getting all 4 pipes to line up at the same time, but if you're patient, it doesn't take very long. You want to try to do this with all clamps hand tight for the time being, so you can wiggle them around. Once you have all the tubes in place, you can force them together and start tightening the clamps. You want to make sure the tubes are as far in the boots as possible so they don't slip out. The bottom clamp on the front tube is a little bit difficult to get to. To remove the temperature sensor, there's a little tab that you need to pry up with a pick or a screwdriver and then twist it counterclockwise. Here's what the air intake sensor looks like outside of the vehicle. You can see here the factory intake tube has a little tabs where it tightens into. We're going to go ahead and install that on the new tube. It just slides in, but there's a little stop where the tab rests up against. And then we'll reinstall the connector. You want to give everything a good wiggle to make sure nothing's loose before you start it up. Last, we need to install this little plastic straw. It goes near the driver's side turbo inlet on the intake tube in the porthole. First, we're going to remove the tube and slide the straw in the hole. The straw is marked in which direction to aim it. Once the straw is properly installed, we can reinstall the vent tube. Make sure it clicks into place. This is what the finished product looks like. Now that it's fully installed, we're ready to fire it up and see what it sounds like. So that's how you install the Advanced Flow Engineering intake on your F150. Total install time was about 30 minutes. The fit and finish of this product is top notch, and the ease of installation wasn't too bad at all. It sounds and looks really good. I recommend it. Coming up next on the channel, we're going to install this Borla S-Type dual exhaust on the same F150. So if you are interested in watching that video, please subscribe and also hit the notification bell so you'll see when that video goes live. As always, thank you for checking out my channel. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please subscribe if you haven't already.